Hi guys, my name is Dung. I'm from Tuần School. Welcome to my class. Before we start an interesting topic today, I would like you to pay good attention to the lesson. Prepare your textbook, notebook, and pens. Write down the lesson carefully and press pause if you need more time to practice. And the most important, sit nicely. Look at these stories. Have you ever watched or heard them? For example, like Cinderella, Snow White, Ariel, The Hundred Knot Bamboo, Sen Giống. I believe that you have heard at least one of them. Example like Sen Giống is a legend that is one kind of folk tales. And today we study Unit 6, Folk Tales. In the lesson today, we have two parts. Part 1, Getting Started, and Part 2, Close Look 1. The importance of the lesson, we focus on vocabulary related to the topic and practice more exercises related to the topic. Now let's come along with me and find out what's going on. Part 1, Getting Started. Look at the screen. There are Nick and Yoon. They're talking about a suggestion for next project. To let you understand more about the conversation between Nick and Yoon, I would like to introduce you some vocabulary. Reply, đáp trả, trả lời. Legend, truyền thuyết, sự tích. Folk tale, truyện kể dân gian. Fable, truyện ngụ ngôn. Origin, nguồn gốc. Produce, sản xuất. Okay, now repeat after me the whole new words. Reply, legend, folk tale, fable, origin, produce. And now, let's listen the conversation between Nick and Yoon.
Unit 6, Folk Tales, page 58. Getting Started. Activity 1. Listen and read.
I phoned you around 9 p.m. last night, but no reply.
Oh, I was doing some internet research on Vietnamese legends for my project.
Have you found one you like yet?
Not really. Can you suggest anything?
We have lots of legends, folk tales and fables. A popular one is the legend of Lac Long Wung and Ao Ker.
Oh yeah? What's it about?
Well, it's about the origins of the Vietnamese people.
Who are the main characters?
Lac Long Wung, the Dragon King of the ocean. Ao Ker, a fairy, and their sons.
And what's the story?
Let me see. Lac Long Wung married Ao Ker. She gave birth to a bag of 100 eggs, which produced 100 baby boys.
100 baby boys? That's a lot.
And some years later, Lac Long Wung missed the sea, so he took 50 of their sons to the sea, and Ao Ker took the others to the mountains. Those boys were the ancestors of the Vietnamese.
What an interesting legend it is. I think I found the subject of my project.
Now practice with me exercise 1A. Read the conversation again and choose the correct answer. We have 5 questions and I'll give you 1 minute to finish. Let's start. Okay, time is over. Let's check the answers. Number 1. What was Yoon doing at 9 p.m. last night? Yoon đang làm gì vào lúc 9 giờ tối hôm qua? A. He was coming to Nick's house. Anh ấy đang đi đến nhà của Nick. B. He was phoning Nick. Anh ấy đang gọi điện thoại cho Nick. C. He was talking to Nick. Anh ấy đang nói chuyện với Nick. And we have the sentence. You said that. I phoned you around 9 p.m. last night. And the answer is B. He was phoning Nick. And number 2. What was Nick doing at 9 p.m. last night? Nick đang làm gì vào lúc 9 giờ tối hôm qua? A. He was watching a TV show. Anh ta đang xem TV. B. He was talking about his project. Anh ta đang nói về dự án của mình. C. He was searching for information on the web. Anh ta đang tìm kiếm thông tin trên mạng. And we have the sentence. Nick said that, oh, I was doing some internet research. And the best answer is C. He was searching for information on the web. And number 3. What legend did you recommend to Nick? Dương đã đề nghị với Nick về truyền thuyết gì? A legend about how Vietnam began. Truyền thuyết về người Việt Nam có nguồn gốc như thế nào? B. A legend about Vietnamese people being original. Truyền thuyết về người Việt Nam là nguồn gốc. C. A legend that isn't well known. Một truyền thuyết mà không được biết đến nhiều. And we have the sentence you said that, well, it's about the origins of the Vietnamese people. And the answer is A legend about how Vietnam began. And number 4. Who was Lạc Long Quân? Lạc Long Quân là ai? A fairy, một vị tiên. B. Oker's father, cha của Oker. C. The Dragon King of the Ocean, vua rồng của biển cả. And we have the sentence. The Dragon King of the Ocean. So we have C. The Dragon King of the Ocean. And the last one, number 5. Where did Oker take half of the sons? Oker đã đem 50 người con còn lại đi đâu? A. To the mountains, lên núi. B. To the sea, xuống biển. C. To Lạc Long Quân land, đi tới vùng đất của Lạc Long Quân. And we have the sentence. Oker took the others to the mountains. So the best answer is A. To the mountain. So we just finished all 5 questions. Good job, guys. Exercise 1B. Match the words to the meanings. Number 1. Title. Title nghĩa là tựa đề. Number 2. Genre. Genre nghĩa là loại truyện. Number 3. Main characters là những nhân vật chính. Number 4. Plot. Plot là cốt truyện. Okay, let's do it. Number 1 is, see, the name of the story. Very good. And number 2, genre, is D, the type of the story it is. And number 3, main characters are A, the people the story is about. And the last one, number 4, plot, is the content of the story. Let's move on. 1C. And exercise 1C. Find the information in the conversation to complete the table. So I'll give you 1 minute to complete. Okay guys, time is over. Let's find out. The title is Lạc Long Quân and Ochre. The genre is legend. The main characters are Lạc Long Quân, Ochre, and their sons. And the plot talks about Lạc Long Quân married Ochre. Ochre gave birth to 100 baby boys. Lạc Long Quân missed the sea, and he took 50 of their sons to the sea. Ochre took the others to the mountains. That is the story about Lạc Long Quân and Ochre. Now, go on with exercise 2. Match your words with their definitions. Then listen, check, and repeat. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay guys, time is over. And now, let's listen, then check and repeat.
Unit 6. Page 59. Getting started. Activity 2. Match the words with their definitions. Then, listen, check, and repeat.
1. A very old, traditional story from a particular place that was originally passed on to people in a spoken form. Fable.
2. An ancient story about brave people or magical events that are probably not true. Fairy tale.
3. An imaginary story, typically involving magic or fairies, usually for children. Folk tale.
4. Traditional, imaginary short story that teaches a moral lesson, typically using animal characters. Legend.
Okay? Let's find out the answer and check. Yeah, number 1 is fable. And number 2 is fairy tale. Number 3 is folk tale. And number 4 is legend. And don't forget to repeat them. Now, let's move on part 2, close look 1. Now we move on to Unit 6, Folk Tales, Part 2, a close look 1. Before we go further to close look 1, I would like to introduce you some vocabulary. Look at him, he is a woodcutter. Woodcutter. And he is a knight. Knight. Look at him, he's very big and huge. He a giant. Giant. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's very dangerous, scary. He can eat people. He is an ogre. Ogre. Do you know the animal? He is a character in a story. Can you tell me what the story's name? Good guys. The story is Little Red Riding Hood. He's very cunning. He tried to make friends with her and wanted to eat her. He's cunning. Cunning. Look at the animal, a lion. He's very dangerous. He's fierce. We have fierce. Fierce. That is the whole vocabulary today. And now, repeat after me. Woodcutter, knight, giant, ogre, cunning, fierce. Now, go on with exercise 1. These are popular characters in folk tales. Match your characters with the pictures. Can you add more? And remember, the characters in this exercise are persons. Okay, now I'll give you 1 minute to finish. Okay guys, let's check the answer. Number 1, giant. Number 2 is Buddha. Number 3 is fairy. And number 4 is emperor. Number 5 is witch. Number 6 is woodcutter. Number 7 is knight. And number 8 is princess. Can you add more? For example, the farmer, the prince. Now, let's move on to exercise 2. Exercise 2. These creatures are popular characters in folk tales, and match the creatures with the pictures. And then, can you add more? Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to finish. Okay, let's check the answer. Number 1 is ogre. Number 2 is lion. And number 3 is dragon. Number 4 is tortoise. And number 5 is wolf. And number 6 is hare. Number 7 is eagle. And the last one is fox. Can you add more? Like a frog and dog. Okay, let's move on. Exercise 3. Exercise 3A. The adjectives in the box are often used to describe characters in folk tales. Put them into the correct columns. Can you add more? We have 2 columns. Column 1 positive and column 2 is negative. Now, I'll give you 1 minute to finish. Let's start. Okay, let's check the answer. Cheerful is positive, vui mừng. Generous is positive, hào phóng. Greedy is negative, tham lam. Mean is negative, bủn xỉn. Evil is negative, xấu xa. Cunning is negative, xảo quyệt. Wicked is negative, độc ác. Kind is positive, tốt bụng. Fierce is negative, hung dữ. Cruel is negative, độc ác. Brave is positive, dũng cảm. Can you add more? Yeah, in positive we have happy, considerate, and in negative we have aggressive and rude. Now, let's move on to exercise 3B. Exercise 3B. Now, use the adjectives to describe some characters in one of your favorite folk tales. Trong cái bài tập 3B này á, thì các con sử dụng các tính từ để mô tả những cái nhân vật mà trong những cái truyện mà mình thích. Ví dụ, for example, there is a wolf in Little Red Riding Hood. He is cunning and wicked. There is a fairy in Cinderella. She is kind. And now let's move on with homework. Homework. Don't forget to learn new words by heart. Prepare for Unit 6. A closer look to Skill 1 and looking back. Do the exercise. We have 10 sentences below. Finally, I have to say goodbye, guys. Thank you.